Hey there! I'm here today to give you a review video of the MZ Wallace Crosby Tote. So I did purchase this bag back in June and it is now almost the end of October. So kind of doing a couple month review video just to show you how things have worn on it and to share some of my feedback about what I think works really well about this bag and what it doesn't, and just so that you can kind of see what it looks like as it starts to age with some pretty heavy use. So this is the MZ Wallace Crosby Tote in the Dawn color. And I did do an unboxing video of this if you're interested, so I'll put the link in the comments section. Yeah, so this is what the MZ Wallace Crosby Tote looks like after using it every single day for the past, 4 or 5 months. So it's held up pretty well. You can see I primarily use it with these shoulder straps. So you can kind of see as I lift it up, it's fully packed right now as my kind of everyday role as a mom to a 2-year-old. So it's kind of heavy with a lot of stuff in it, but you can kind of see it does weigh down and it kind of pulls on these shoulder straps, but I will tell you that they are the most convenient and extremely kind of soft shoulder straps, so I really love that. So I'll just kind of walk you through what I pack into this bag and kind of how it functions for me as a mom. And then when I repack it, I'll show you what it looks like when I pack it when I travel for work. So here in the front, just a couple of observations. So you can kind of see the gold starting to chip off a little bit from the MZ Wallace logo. I did notice a little bit of discoloration on the zippers, over time, but I do use this bag again every day as a mom, and then also I travel for work about once a month, so just kind of the everyday grind does put a lot of pressure on just some of the cosmetic stuff. But I will tell you that all of the zippers work flawlessly. I don't think I've ever had one of the zippers get caught. A couple of other things to notice, like here and there are tiny little snags in the nylon just that come from everyday use, but overall it's held up really well. And it spot cleans amazingly. So all you need is like a microfiber cloth with a little bit of water, no soap or anything like that, and it cleans up really, really well. So I love that about these bags. So here in the front pocket, I usually just kind of stash, keys, things that I need to have easy at hand. It's super roomy and it does go all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So you can even put things like a small iPad or a Kindle or something like that into the front pocket. So just closing that one up and moving into this middle pocket on the front. So this one has kind of a gusset you can see on the side. So this is where I tend to store some of my bigger or like items that I use frequently throughout the day. So I do have a jujube set piece that I'm using throughout this bag just to keep everything organized. So this is kind of my tech set piece. It's the smallest of the 3 that comes in this jujube set. And so this is kind of my technology pod. So I have a spare charger. I even have like a spare battery in here, headphones, adapter, all that kind of stuff. And as someone who travels, I don't like to have to remember to bring it. So I honestly just kind of carry this around everywhere I go. And so that just kind of stays in here because of that gusset. It's wide enough that it can fit in there. So sometimes I'll have my cell phone in here. And it fits really well. It's nice and easy and convenient when you need to get things in and out quickly. And then this front pocket, because it's a little bit smaller, I usually just kind of use this more for cosmetic-y type things. So I've got, some, chapstick and some lip balm and, Altoids, stuff like that goes in the front. Now turning around to the back, this big pocket back here, I don't use too often, although it is super roomy. If I'm traveling with my family, I'll stick boarding passes or things back here, or if I'm traveling and I have something that I don't have time to put away in the main pocket but needs a safe home because this is on the inside of the body, I'll stick it back here. And then I did want to call out, these side pockets are interesting because they're not big enough for a water bottle or any other bottles really. So they're kind of convenient stash pockets though, and you can wiggle your hand all the way down here. So to be very honest with you, I kind of use these like little mini trash cans. I keep them emptied out pretty well, but this is where I kind of stick things that I don't really need to use too often. On this side, I actually have a little bottle of essential oil. I kind of use that if I, need a little refresher or something during the day. I've got a little lavender oil with me. I also, if we go out and we use a bib, I will fold up the bib and kind of stick it on the side pocket just to keep it out of the main compartments. So I have found them to be handy even though they don't hold any kind of water bottle or anything like that. So a couple other things, like I mentioned, I do use these shoulder straps almost exclusively, but I like to carry around the 3 other straps. I just think they look cool, and I do use the crossbody if I'm walking around. But because this bag is a tote size and I pack it so heavily, I often find that the crossbody strap there's just too much weight. And so in my other video, I just did an unboxing of the Crosby bag, and I'm gonna be kind of slimming down some of the day-to-day essentials, which I think is one of the benefits of finally making it into toddlerhood. You don't need quite as much stuff with you. But I will say that for those of you who are looking to use this as a diaper bag, it can be done. Expect to see this kind of sagging when you've got this much weight and you're relying on these 4 points to hold it up. I haven't seen any kind of ripping, but I will tell you that I have my eye on these junctures because they get just a ton of use. But so far they've held up really well. Okay, so moving into the main compartment here, you can kind of see what this looks like when it's packed. So I have the other 2 of that jujube set in here, as well as one of the medium sizes of a second jujube set. And I'll kind of show you what I've got packed up in here. Now, one of the things you'll notice about the inside here is that the Crosby Tote has that laptop sleeve. And a lot of other reviewers have noted that the laptop sleeve section kind of rolls down, and that is totally true. So this is what it looks like just in everyday use. So this is like the foam. The foam folds because there's stuff in the main pocket that pulls the fabric down. So, you can just pull it up. It doesn't bother me at all, really. And I actually kind of like having that back pocket because if I have something that I just need to keep separate, I just know it's there. I don't have to unzip it. I can just throw it back here. So it doesn't bother me, but I wanted to be really clear that that is typically what it looks like most of the time. So you just have to pull it up a little bit. That's also a consequence of the fact that I use this inside pocket to keep my wallet. So if you open it up, you can see I've just got my wallet in here. This is a Belroy wallet, really love this. It's got the little pockets that come out, so it's a great wallet. And so the heavier things that you have in this pocket, you're gonna see it just drags it down. Overall, these pockets here have really held up well. You can see a little bit of rolling up of the leather, but it's honestly, it's just regular wear, it's no big deal. There's a little bit of a loose thread situation, but it's still totally secure. You just have to snip the ends. So overall, really well held up here. Got a couple of little pockets on the inside. I honestly do not find these to be useful at all. I think they're too shallow for anything, but they're there if you find something you can use there. And then just flipping into the front inside wall, there are the kind of classic Crosby front pockets. I use these for my sunglasses and for pens or anything that I kind of need to have close at hand. So that's the inside pockets there. And then just in case you're interested of how I have things organized for me as a mama, kind of keep things separated into these different bags. So I've got my 2 jujube set pieces and then another one here. And then I also have this little pouch. I don't know if they make these anymore, but it's by a company called Bagoo. So these 3 are kind of the mama things, and then this is like me as a person. And so I like having the pod approach because you can pull these out when you're going out without the baby and you're left with a lot less weight in your bag. So the jujube set pieces are really great because this largest piece is the perfect size for a diaper and a wipe container. So you can see I've got a diaper in here, and then I have just one of these Huggies wipes containers that I just keep stocked with water wipes. And then down here in the bottom, I do have just kind of one of those pads in case we're at a particularly gross changing station. So this is really nice as a set piece because if we're traveling or if my husband's out with me, I can just give him this and it's not as bad as him having to take my entire bag with him or with me. So that's what I use the big one for. This smaller one is kind of a everything else for the kiddo bag. So just really quickly, I've got a bib in here. Bumpkins makes fantastic bags that clean up, fantastic bibs that clean up really well and fold down really small. No mama goes anywhere without Ziploc bags. You just never know what you're gonna need. Again, I have one of these little Bagoo bags, And in here I just have like a memo pad and a couple of crayons. So this is great for if we're at a restaurant and we need some distraction. I also have a spare pair of pants in here. Mamas are aware of why that's necessary. A sun hat, so like a little bonnet, and then a couple of other things. So we've got one of these Badger balms for sunscreen. That's always really helpful when we're out and about unexpectedly. An emergency Trader Joe's Chia bar. Poop bags. So these are just like doggy poop bags, but ever since she was born, I've carried these around and they're fantastic for unexpected uses. You know, wet clothes, poopy diapers, anything that you need. So I like to keep kind of a small roll in here. A little balm in case she needs anything on her bum, or if you need a little bit of, you know, extra balm on the skin. Yeah, so, and then I just have like a little container of Benadryl just in case. So all of this, you know, folds up really nicely and packs into this medium bag for just kind of out and about. You know, I have seen a little bit of stress on this bag around the zipper when you pack it too full, so I try and just be mindful of that, but generally it packs up pretty well. And then the last thing I carry around, this is just entirely devoted to snacks. So, you know, I just throw stuff in here and I kind of keep it updated. Tip for moms, these tiny boxes of raisins. I don't know who thought of this, but they're fantastic. It's a genius move. The kid has to work really hard to get the tiny raisins out, so I just keep a ton of these around all the time. And then just granola bars. So this kind of gets replenished. So those are the mama things. And again, if we're not gonna be out with the kiddo, I pull those out, set them off, don't need all that extra weight. And then this is the one that I keep for my own self. I have the smaller set piece in here. So this is medications, you know, you can hear ibuprofen, inhaler, eye drops, things that I need, Band-Aids, spare set of contacts, just anything I might need out and about. And then of course I've got things like hand sanitizer. These Kind mini bars are really great because they're super easy to throw in somewhere. I also keep a really small pack down bag. Again, this is great for when you're out with a toddler. I have some balm. I keep a tape measure with me because I feel like you never know when you're gonna need a tape measure. Shout wipe, Ziploc bag, and then more Burt's Bees lip balm. And then of course a spare pen. And I also keep kind of a cloth handkerchief. I know it seems a little old school, but I find that that's always really nice if you just need, you know, kind of a Kleenex, or if you need something to clean up a spill, it's nice to have that in there. So all of this fits really nicely into the medium-sized jujube from the set pieces. And then that's just what I have when I'm out and about. So serves both the kids' needs and mine. And that just closes up nicely here. These set pieces from Jujube are just a dream to clean. You know, again, it's spot cleaning with microfiber. Really, really easy to take care of, and they're super durable. So I'm gonna pack this back up the way that I would if I was traveling for work, just so that you can see what it looks like with a laptop and a notebook in there. So again, I pulled out the kiddos' bags, and I'll start by grabbing my laptop. Just have a MacBook Air here, and it's really, really nice. Slides right into the laptop sleeve. And so you can see that it's truly like custom built for that size of laptop. So that's just the standard, I think it's a 13-inch MacBook Air. I like to take the pouch that comes with it. We've got the tether in here, snap it on. And then this is what I put my computer accessories in. So I've got a travel mouse, and then I don't have it right now, but I usually put my MacBook Air charger and cable in there. Zip it up, throw it in. Also like to carry a nice notebook with me. Usually that will slide right in with the laptop. And then of course my mama pouch. And that's it. So you can see again, I'm just constantly kind of pulling this up, partially because over time it folds, also because of the weight of the wallet. And then zips up. You can see it's got that kind of nice tote bag shape. So yeah, overall impressions of this bag, I think it works fantastically as a diaper bag. It also works really well for work. Really lightweight, it's super soft, so I love touching it. It's just really nice, feels good against the body, and very classy. So you can take these extra straps off if you don't want the extra weight, or if you just want a little bit more of a streamlined look. and that is the MZ Wallace Crosby Tote. So I hope this was helpful in case you're interested in how to pack that up or how it wears over time. And thanks so much for watching.